Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. My name's Simon and this is my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Happy Wednesday to you, halfway through the week. And the weekly candle still looks green. Don't worry about all these horizontal lines I got on here. I'll explain them all in good time. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of the price action, I've got to do a small burp and remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. Okay, so good effort. Good effort yesterday, Bitcoin. Good effort. Look at that. It did this. I mean, it was fairly impulsive, but not as impulsive as the move down. Grind up to the top and then took a breath and went, here we go, this is it. Boom. Oh, right up against the resistance. And you can see on the 15-minute, it was rejected. So maybe it got a teeny tiny all-time high, but not really one worth talking about. Certainly not on Bybit, which is the exchange that I have my eyes all over. All right, so coming down to the lower time frames, this is a 4-hour chart, and I like the 4-hour because you can pick out the most important. I can pick out the most important support resistance areas. And as of yesterday, with all that crazy volatility, I picked out the wick bottom at 59,000 as the bottom of the range, the wick high at 69.5, give or take, for the top of the range. Halfway in between those two is 64,000. And then I've divided each of those halves in half to give these two red lines, which really pertain more to the intraday price action, which I've got right here on a 15-minute time frame. So here you go. You can see yesterday, I think I did my video around here somewhere. Did a little long, took profit near to where I thought it might get rejected, which it did. And then I had a bit of a busy day here, so I missed all this. Then I didn't FOMO in. And then overnight, price has bounced and basically got back up to the top of this kind of mini range. So big strong move down, pretty strong move back up. And then that's where Bitcoin is at the moment. So for the intraday then, as you can see, this trend line was then broken. So this was lower highs and lower lows. And that ceased to be the case in this section of price action. And then you had some higher highs and higher lows. And that's kind of what's going on now, although looks like this support resistance, it's a line, right? Of course I draw it on as a line, but it's really an area. And it is just pushing Bitcoin's head down a little bit at the moment. So we'll see where price goes from there. And remember the 3 golden rules. Trend is your friend. Never long resistance, never short support. So continuation of the current lower time frame trend, which is clearly to the upside, and I'm just showing that with this trend line, is still the topic of the day, subject of the day, or whatever. It's going on now. And I will look at it as such until really price puts in some lower highs and more importantly a lower low, which is likely to happen somewhere around this kind of price area. And at that point, it will have been rejected from the mini resistance, and I'd look to be getting short and taking some profit back around this mid-range of the overall range, but you would expect this to act as a support area. But for now, it's still an uptrend. And I think what I would say is, on the greater scheme of things, Bitcoin is still in a very strong uptrend, despite what happened yesterday when it tried to assault the all-time high. And the longer that Bitcoin sort of either ranges sideways on the lower time frames, going up and down, but within a range like this, the more likely it will be that it breaks out without a bigger pullback on the higher time frames. So, for example, this is a 4-hour. And so down here is sort of 32,000, right, which is the break of this impulsive move here broke Bitcoin out of its range that was sort of topping out at kind of between 30 and 32,000. And then it's been pretty much straight up with one reasonable pullback along the way. So for Bitcoin to play out more of a significant pullback, and that naughty red line there is coming in at 49,000, that would be a significant pullback on the slightly higher time frames, but not the high time frames, but slightly higher. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't really expect that to happen. But if Bitcoin can range a bit within my spectral of lines, then or spectrum of lines, then it's more likely that an upside move comes before another downside move. So that's what I'm trying to explain very inarticulately there. But for me, as an intraday time frame trader, this is what I'm more interested in. And so maybe another move back up near to the all-time high, back up maybe to high 68s. I would not be surprised if the rest of the week it's just a bit of a range play. And, that would be fine. That would be fine. Difficult to trade on the higher time frames, but eminently tradable on the lower time frames. Just using those three golden rules that I'm always talking about. Most importantly, the trend is your friend. So 7 minutes. I've covered everything I wanted to cover for today. I hope you have a smashing Wednesday. Looking forward to the end of the week, although I don't want to wish my life away. Sometimes you do in trading. For the weekly closure, but also looking out to see what happens over the next few hours to Bitcoin's price. If you've enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to do it all again with me tomorrow, I'll be here. I'll be doing it. Bitcoin price action analysis on Thursday. Take care. See you tomorrow.